الحمد لله رب العالمين، ولا عدوان إلا على الظالمين، ونشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له، ونشهد أن محمدا عبده ورسوله وحبيبه وخليله، بلغ الرسالة وأدى الأمانة وجاهد في الله حق جهاده، فصلوات ربي وسلامه عليه وعلى آله وأصحابه أجمعين. يا أيها الذين آمنوا اتقوا الله حق تقاته ولا تموتن إلا وأنتم مسلمون، واعتصموا بحبل الله جميعا ولا تفرقوا. O you who believe, fear Allah as He should be feared, and die not, but instead of Islam, and hold fast all together to the rope which Allah stretches out for you, and be not divided among yourselves. والعصر إن الإنسان لفي خسر إلا الذين آمنوا وعملوا الصالحات وتواصوا بالحق وتواصوا بالصبر. By the declining time, a man is in a state of loss except those who believe and do good, righteous deeds, and exhort one another to truth, and exhort one another to patience. أما بعد, إخوة الإسلام, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala revealed this Quran so that you and I, we will have an excellent idea of how to deal with this life, how to deal with the people, how to deal with al-zalimin, how to deal with everybody, with men, with a human being, and even with animals. رب العالمين said subhanahu wa ta'ala, وَكَانَ حَقًّا عَلَيْهِ نَصْرُ الْمُؤْمِنِينَ. It's a duty that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give the victory to al-mazlumin, al-mu'minin. وَكَانَ حَقًّا عَلَيْنَا نَصْرُ الْمُؤْمِنِينَ. What we have seen lately, dear brothers and sisters, يقشعر منها الأبدان أو تقشعر له الأبدان. What happened and what we saw in Syria. Today I don't want to really give the khutbah, but I want to celebrate you and I, all of us, بنصر المؤمنين. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala didn't say al-Muslimin, He said al-Mu'minin. As I always say, it's a higher level than Muslim and Islam. وَكَانَ حَقًّا عَلَيْنَا نَصْرُ الْمُؤْمِنِينَ. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, He knew those people in Syria, mu'mineen, those who fight for the sake of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, because they are mazloom. They have been dealt unjustly with them for years and years, 50, 40 years. Not just 24 years of this latest tyrant in Syria. Those, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, He knows their hearts, as He knows the hearts of those in Gaza. I cannot speak about anything else, but these events that's going on, this is not just the something, important to the Ummah Islamiyya, but anyone who loves justice, who loves to deal with others, with being just and give them the right. So it doesn't matter whether you are a Muslim or not. We need to deal with everybody with justice. Allah al-adl. وفيه الحليم حيران. I could not believe it, even though I knew it. Because I'm from Tripoli, from Lebanon. And the army was there. I know what they did. Even myself, myself. They took me one time, but Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala saved me. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala ما كان الله ليذر المؤمنين على ما هم عليه أو ما أنتم عليه. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will not leave them. And He will not give them the support and the help. He is the one who will give them, and He gave them. Sabran ala Yasir, as the Prophet ﷺ used to say. And we said to our brothers and sisters in Syria, Sabran, Ahl Sham, and Sabran, Ahl Gaza. Sabran, النصر قادم بإذن الله تعالى. Whoever like it and whoever don't like it, it's coming. This is promised from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. What I saw there made me sick. And by the way, they are not the only one who's doing that. The other leaders in Arab countries, specifically, are doing the same thing. In Al Jazeera, most of the good ulama are under the ground. Why don't we want to say this? We have to say it. Because when you feel it in your sujood, you will make dua. When you make dua, and if Allah loves you, Allah will answer to you. Why we need to be stingy, not to make this dua? But it's something need to motivate us. It's not time for joking or for making stories that has not real. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, Ya ayyuha alladhina aman. Notice, always Allah said, Ya ayyuha alladhina aman when it comes to fighting and nasr. Ya ayyuha alladhina aman. In tansurullaha yansurkum wa yuthabbit aqdamakum. If you help in the course of Allah or in the cause of Allah, He will help you and make your foothold firm. Brothers, I don't know if you've heard about what happened. I know in general, but did you follow up? Did you see what happened in the prisons in there? It's unbelievable. Our sisters there. I don't want to say much, but maybe you got the idea. There was a machine. Machine is used to break the cars and make them, small parts. They used to use human being. Who are those human beings? Al-Mu'minin. Even some of them, wallahi, they know nothing. They put them in that machine and they push the button. And put yourself in there. How this person is feeling at that moment. It's coming down and the blood and the bones and will be out. Just unbelievable. What kind of people are those? There must be some reasons. And I know it's not the time to speak about that. But they must have reasons to do such things. In the other Arab countries, they are doing the same thing, brothers, as I mentioned. They are. In Egypt, imagine, not too many people will be able to say, I don't know why. Why so scared? We must not get scared from nobody. There's a problem. Any Muslim or non-Muslims, any human being time they hear about what happened in there, I invite you to go and see them, see the stories, hear the stories, see the clips. There are videos. Those are your brothers and sisters. And the Prophet ﷺ said, مَنْ لَمْ يَهْتَمْ بِأُمُورِ الْمُسْلِمِينَ فَلَيْسَ مِنْهُمْ. The one who does not care about the Muslim affairs, he is not one of them. The least we can do, brothers, is dua and give financially to those brothers and sisters in Syria. Even in Gaza, look what they did. Now I know there are too many ayat in Al-Quran Al-Kareem. I know why they are doing that. And again, it's not the time to speak about it. Subhanallah. And every time Allah talk about these hardships, He speaks about al-mu'mineen. Who will have the security? Al-amn wal-aman. Allah said, He said, الَّذِينَ آمَنُوا وَلَمْ يَلْبِسُوا إِيمَانَهُمْ بِظُلْمٍ أُولَٰئِكَ لَهُمُ الْأَمْنُ وَهُمْ مُهْتَدُونَ. Those who believe and do not mix with injustice or with any act of oppression, indeed, or for them only, there is security. And they are guided. They are rightly guided. Those are guided, those brothers and sisters, specifically in Syria. They waited years and years and years. Nobody helped them. Nobody. All they thought, they said, oh, we have fear that this might happen to them, or this or that. Nobody helped them, support them at all. Muslims or non-Muslims alike. Actually, in Arab countries, they wanted those Muslims to fail. They wanted, أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. Brothers and sisters, it is indeed something we need to repent to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and we need to, this is a hala, this is a state of something that we need to understand. Why did such thing to the prisoners? They could easily kill them without torture them. But why they did that? This is something you and I, we need to search and see what happened. Why they did that? To those Muslims, to those who did nothing. When they hit them with something they tortured them, what happened to those prisoners? They need to say, oh Allah, oh Allah, Ya Allah, Ya Allah. What did that guy say to him, this tyrant? He said, even your God or Allah comes, I'm going to put him in prison with you. Look at that. What kind of a human being is it? This is a human being? How could he say that? How come we did not do nothing? They know, but they didn't do nothing. They don't like to have the upper land to those, at least those who have been oppressed. It just happened to be Muslims. They always say, and I hear them every day, well, we wanted to take care of al-aqaliyya, those who are little in numbers in Syria. And I tell them now, how about al-akthariyya? How about those who represent the whole country of the Muslims, specifically Sunni? What about them? Almost 17 million. 1 or 2 million got killed. 1 million or 10 million has migrated within or outside the country. How about those? How about those? Don't be hypocrite. Say the truth. They don't. Some people, they tell me to go and send some emails to our representatives here and there. Some of them are good, but many of them are not. أشكي همي إلى الله. I'm not going to send no email, no nothing. Now I know them. Hypocrites. أشكو همي وحزني وبثي إلى الله. If I do not feel with my brothers and sisters, then I should shut up and stop saying I'm a Muslim. They want even to prison the one and only. Why? Because they say, Rabbi Allah, just Rabbi Allah. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, قل أندعو من دون الله ما لا ينفعنا ولا يضرنا ونرد على أعقابنا بعد إذ هدانا الله. Do you want me to? Let me read this. Say, O Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, shall invoke others besides Allah that can do us neither good nor harm, and shall we turn back on our heels after Allah guided us? Those people, they know nothing about Islam, they know nothing about the word of Allah, they know nothing about Quran. You know why? Because in school, they don't let them read the Quran. They don't teach Al-Quran. And if you go to the Salat al-Fajr, you come with the wind. Because Al-Jawasis, or those spies, Al-Mukhabara, they write the names of those who go on Fajr. So the brothers here, who come to Fajr, say Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen, that you were not in Syria. Now Alhamdulillah you can go and pray as much as you want. But after that, or before that, we should say, thank Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. الشكر لله سبحانه وتعالى. And then, الشكر لهؤلاء العشاوس هؤلاء الذين قاتلوا, those who fight this طاغية, and whoever stand with them, with him. I'm saying that so that you and I should and must hate all type of zulm. Even if my brother, a Muslim, but he's an oppressor, I should stop him. I should stop him. I must say, no, you cannot do that. And I will fight him if he does it. That's because this is the Quran. The Quran teaches us so. وَلَا يَجْرِمَنَّكُمْ شَنَآنُ قَوْمٍ عَلَىٰ أَلَّا تَعْدِلُوا أَعْدِلُوا. Don't let your hate or be different than others not to be a just person. Don't let you be a zalim, an oppressor. No. Be just person to all mankind, even to animals. We need to be fair and just. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give all those oppressed the world the victory. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala help them. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala make them victorious. May Allah make them know to have the upper hand over al-zalim, al-taghiya, the tyrants. Those are the ones who are stopping us from having good Islam, good cities and countries that want to follow Islam. They are the ones who fight Islam every day. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala listen. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala help us. And may Allah help you all to listen to this speech and follow the best of it. آمين يا رب العالمين. أقول قولي هذا واستغفر الله العظيم لي ولكم فاستغفروه إنه هو الغفور الرحيم. الحمد لله وحده والصلاة والسلام على من لا نبي بعده. My dear respected brothers and sisters, I have to share this with you. We have to talk about these things, and we should not, we should be wise, yes, but we should never fear anything. Anything will happen to you is being already written. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give us the fortitude, if anything happened to anyone, to give us the support, the help, and the support that's from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, remember these ayat, أم حسبتم أن تدخلوا الجنة ولما يعلم الله الذين جاهدوا منكم ويعلم الصابرين. Do you think you're gonna just go and enter the Jannah and then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and you're not gonna go and make any jihad or against the transgressors, because this is your right. The United Nations gave it to you, and before that is Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. He gave it to anyone, to any human being. And besides, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, He is going always to put us in test. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala help us if He put us in test. ألف أحسب الناس أن يتركوا أن يقولوا آمنا وهم لا يفتنون ولقد فتنا الذين من قبلهم. Do you think that you're gonna just live in this life without any test? That Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is gonna put you in test in one way or another. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala wants to know who is the truthful and who is a liar. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala knows anyone even before He put you in test. But to bring it to you because we human beings are so arrogant. Every morning we come before Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, we're gonna say, yeah, I did that, I did not do that. We want to discuss it with the one and only. And then He'll bring it to you. He doesn't need to, subhanahu wa ta'ala, but He is the forgiving. He is ar-Rahim. He said, look, you did this and you did this right there. So if we did not pass through these, acts or tests, and then it would be hard to convince you, a human being, because human being is so arrogant. Because if they were not arrogant, they will follow the word of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Brothers and sisters, make dua to all of al-Mazlumin in the whole world, Muslims and non-Muslims alike. Definitely, Muslim, a real mu'min, will never put anybody in hardship. If he really fears Allah, if he fears Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, he will never do such things. Look what happened in Gaza. Those other people there, those Israelis, they fear Allah. I mean, I've never heard anybody say that. But I'm going to say it. After they destroyed the whole Gaza, they killed 45,000. You don't want to say nothing? لا حول ولا قوة إلا بالله. لا حول ولا قوة إلا بالله العلي العظيم. إن لله وإنا إليه راجعون. Make dua to your brothers and sisters in Syria, in Gaza, in Palestine, in many other countries. A person who was a prime minister, they put him in jail. And he's non-Arab. The prime minister, they brought him to the jail. What kind of mentality those people? They are working for other agendas. Remember that, brothers. Remember that. Don't let them fool you. اللهم اهدنا فيمن هديت اللهم اهدنا فيمن هديت وعافنا فيمن عافيت وتولنا فيمن توليت اللهم انصر اخواننا في سوريا وفي غزة وفي فلسطين وفي كل مكان يذكر فيه اسمك يا رب. اللهم انصرهم على من عاداهم. اللهم وفقهم يا رب العالمين. اللهم خذ بيدهم إلى الحق يا رب العالمين وإلى النصر. الحمد لك يا رب على ما أنعمت به عليهم وعلينا ويشفي صدور قوم المؤمنين. Those mu'mineen, they are happy of living, of being victorious. Those people, اللهم اجعلهم الشهداء في عليين. اللهم اجعل شهدائنا في عليين يا رب العالمين. اللهم اجعل شهدائنا في عليين يا رب العالمين. اللهم خفف عنهم يا رب العالمين. اللهم يسر امورهم يا رب العالمين. اللهم اغفر لنا على تقصيرنا يا رب العالمين. اللهم اغفر لنا على تقصيرنا يا رب العالمين. سبحان ربك رب العزة عما يصفون وسلام على المرسلين والحمد لله رب العالمين. وأقم الصلاة يرحمني ويرحمكم الله أجمعين.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. I don't want to give another khutbah, but I just want to congratulate all of us, all the Muslims. I want to say Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar. This is a very historic moment in the history, not only in Syria, but in the history of the Muslim world, rather the whole world. Because those people were under oppression for 50 years. Brothers, I'm from there. I lost my brothers to torture in 2013. I lost in the same year, I lost my cousin, who's my brother in nursing. We lost so many people. There is not a single family in Syria but lost someone. 1 million dead, 1 million killed by these tyrants who were supported by East and the West. These people, this is actually the liberation of Syria from an occupation. It is an occupation that lasted for 50 years in Syria. It's an occupation. These people came by the order of people outside the country, and they tortured the people. They stole everything in this country. This president, or the gangster, he took billions of dollars with him to Russia. Billions of dollars, plus the gold. And all of his gangs took this money from the Syrian people. For 50 years, they've been raping this country. Brothers and sisters, this is a very good moment, very, very historical moment in the history of the region. And inshallah, good things will come out of this.
Inshallah.
Inshallah, I have no doubt in my heart, believe me. I thank Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that I did not pass away. Passed away. I'm not dead until I saw this moment. I wish my father was alive, because he went through al-Buhat. You know, he did not see my brother. We told him that he's out of the country, because we were afraid he was too old. You know, we could not tell him. There are so many stories, so many sad stories, but you know what? I'm happy. We should be happy for our brothers and sisters. People, you know, people in Gaza, they are happy for us. People in Gaza, they are happy for us. Why? Because they believe that we are coming to save them. We are coming to save them. Every single one of us must do something. For his own people, for the Muslim nation. Don't be silent. Don't be marginalized. Be from those people who are productive and do something about your own ummah. We are only one ummah. We are only one ummah. And the Prophet ﷺ, called this nation is a sham. This is the heart of Islam. Palestine, Syria, Jordan, this Bilad Islam, you read history. This is the heart of Islam. And we ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to liberate every single country of the Muslim country and to liberate people who are under oppression, because we don't like anyone to be under oppression. None, Muslims or non-Muslims. We should, because we are pioneers. We prove to the world in our history that we are pioneers. We always come to the aid of the oppressed, and be like these people. Be proud of your history. Be proud of your nation. Be proud of your religion, because we are the best nation Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala produced to the history of the humanity. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala bless all of you. Jazakallah khair. Keep dua, making dua when you have a chance to. Inshallah, Syria is in a very difficult situation now, financially, and but it will need every single one of you, to be honest with you. And it will be welcoming every single one of you, inshallah. You should inshallah come and see the Umayyad Mosque.
Inshallah.
Takbir.
Allahu Akbar. Allahu Akbar. Allahu Akbar.
Oh, I'm so happy. You don't know how happy we are. I feel that I'm breathing again lately after 50 years. Even though I lived here for a long time, I feel that I'm breathing again. I'm feeling breathing again. All these people who are outside the country, they are breathing again. Alhamdulillah. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala bless all of us. Jazakumullah khair.